The forest puts you in the middle of a hostile environment, filled with dangerous creatures, and tells you not to die. At its core, the forest is a game about surviving. Lost in the forest, alone, pursued, you must use your environment in any way you can to help you survive. As a horror survival game set in an open world, the forest seems to deliberately target our sensibilities here at OSP. That is why the forest is one of our most anticipated games of 2014. With the forest, developer SKS are attempting to create an immersive, deep, horrific survival experience to keep gamers occupied and terrified for many hours. Hinging on replayability, emergent gameplay, and open world and horror themes, the forest sounds like an unforgiving platter of gameplay elements that should satisfy many an itch. Technologically, the forest will be implementing the latest in VR tech, namely the Oculus Rift. While the headset isn't widely available or distributed, there is a level of demand and an enthusiastic user base for virtual reality, and SKS are adjusting their methods accordingly. A lot of work is going in to make the experience on Oculus as immersive and powerful as possible, with the team actively developing for the platform and taking it into account during development and playtesting. The forest will live or die by its gameplay. As a horror game, the forest must be scary to hold interest. As an open world survival game, interaction with the environment must be intuitive and extensive. The horror element is set to come primarily from the creatures who are persistently looking for you. Cannibals will hunt and harry, searching for fresh flesh to devour. The chase and the measures you take to protect yourself from the pursuers will form the cornerstone for the horror experiences. More subtle is the psychological environmental horror. The isolation of the forest will build the atmosphere, playing on the tension of being alone in an unfamiliar and hostile environment. The network of caves underground will close in on the player, creating a claustrophobic environment that will make a good deal of people quite anxious. The forest will tell a cannibal horror story, scaring the player in an innovative way. Instead of relying on traditional narrative structures, instead the forest will tell its story entirely through being in the world. There will be no audio logs, there is no dialogue. Instead, the story will be told organically and osmotically through the gameplay and the visuals. Players will absorb the story through the way they play, and the way in which the world responds to their actions. Indie studios have the habit of dreaming big. Sometimes those dreams are beyond reach. Sometimes though, some studios have the gumption and talent to make truly ambitious projects become reality. The forest is looking, so far, like it may just be part of the latter. The forest is currently heavy in development at SKS. It's aiming for a 2014 release for the PC and maybe other platforms later on. For more information, be sure to check out onlysp.com. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.